Hey everyone, welcome to Coding Simplified, and today we'll see a very important question in graph. So basically we are given a directed graph. We need to check that whether this directed graph has cycle or not. Now there are many implementation of this problem, like whenever we solve the topological sort. So if a directed graph has cycle, then we cannot do topological sort, right? Or we cannot traverse all the element in that, right? So now if you see in this case, here I have three graphs. Now this is the first graph where I have 0, from 0 I can go to 1, from 1 to 2, from 2 to 0, and from 3 to 0. Now if you see this graph has a cycle, because here from 0, 1 to 0, this is forming a cycle, right? Now similarly if you see here we have 0, 1, 1, 2, now 2 to 3 and 0 to 3. Now in this case there is no cycle, because there is no such point. So cycle means that if for a particular point, if you start from here and if you reach to its point, then we can say there is a cycle. Like if you see from here, from 0 if I start, then I will again reach to here, so it means there is a cycle. Same case if you take this one, if I start from 1, so I can again reach to 1, so it means there is a cycle. So the point is that we need to check every point, that is there any cycle from any given point, and if it is, then we'll say there is a cycle exists in the graph. Like you see in this case, here from 0 can I again reach to 0? So I cannot reach to 0 again, because from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, then there is no path. If I start from 1, so if I go for 1 to 2, 2 to 3, then again I cannot reach to here. Similarly for 2 also I cannot reach, for 3 also, because there is no path, so I cannot go anywhere. But now let's say if there was one more is something like this, 3 to 2, then I can go from 2 to 3 and 3 to 2. So it is not necessary that I should have all the elements in the cycle. Either I can have 1 element, 2 element, 3 element, up to n element. And if at any point they are forming cycle, then we can say yes, there exists a cycle. Doesn't matter whether it is of 2 nodes, 3 nodes, 1 node or 4 nodes. Right? So this is also a cycle in this case. Or we can have, like, let's say if there is another edge, something like this, where we are going from 3 to 3. So here also we have a cycle, right? So like in this case, if you just talk about this one, it doesn't have the cycle. Now if you talk about this one, this graph, in this graph from 0 if I start, so 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 0. So if I start from here, I can again reach to here. It means this graph is also forming a cycle. Now the graph can be represented by two ways. One way is adjacency matrix and one way is adjacency list. So here we are representing the graph as adjacency list. Now if you see, so if we are solving all the previous problem, then you can easily know that how we can represent the graph via adjacency list. So adjacency list means it's a basically list of list, where each index represents a list. So basically each index represents a list, and that list contains all the children or all the neighbors where it can go. So like if you see this example, from 0 I can go only to 1. So this is why this list has only 1. From 1 I can go to 2. From 2 I can go to only 0. So it will have 0. And from 3 I can go to only 0. Similarly, if this graph here, if you see, from 0 I can go to 1 and 3. So that is why at this index, this list will have 2 neighbors or 2 children for this 0, 1 and 3. Similarly for 1 it can go to 2, for 2 it can go to 3, and for 3 it cannot go to anywhere. If you see, there is no outward edge. It means for 3 we will have the blank array list or blank list. And similarly for this, we'll basically have this graph as this one, adjacency list, right? So this is the normal way till now, that we have the graph. Now we need to check whether there is a cycle or not, and then we have represented this graph at the adjacency list. Now here is the important point. So if you see in this graph that all the nodes, all the indexes have the incoming edges. All the indexes have the incoming degree. If you see for 0, there is a degree from 3 to 0. For 1 also there is a degree from 0 to 1. For 2 also degree from 1 to 2, and for 3 also we have degree from 2 to 3. So if there is not a single point, whose degree is 0 or whose degree is incoming 0, then we are damn sure that there is a cycle exists in the graph, right? So now what we need to do, so we'll see one by one all other cases. So this is a one thing that will be our base. So what we are saying, that if in the graph, if all the items or all the indexes have the incoming degree, then we are sure that there exists a cycle. So it means first of all we should have the incoming degree for each index, right? So what we will do, incoming degree means that how many nodes there are inverting or inverts towards it. So what we can do, that whenever I am adding any age, so at first what I will do, for all the indexes I'll basically set the incoming degree as 0. This is also 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. Now whenever I am adding any age, so the children, so I will increase the incoming degree for that children. So what I will do, here I will take a hash map where key will be the index. So here the key is the index and the value will be the incoming degree for that particular node. So like so like if you see this case, here I have 4 edges. The one is from 0 to 1, another edge is 1 to 2, another edge is 3 to 0, and then we have edge from 2 to 3. So now when I am adding this age 0 to 1, so what is children? Children is 1. It means there is an incoming degree for this one. So I'll increase the incoming degree for this plus 1. So now it will be 0 to 1. Then I will add this another age 1 to 2. So when I will add this 1 to 2, what is the children? Children is 2. It means there is an incoming degree for this 2. So I'll increase the incoming degree by plus 1. So it will be 1. Now the another age is 3 to 0. It means there is an incoming degree for this 0. So it means I'll increase the plus 1 here. Now there is another 2 to 3. So 2 to 3 means there is an incoming degree for this one. So it means I'll increase the plus 1. Now what I will do, once I have set the incoming degree for this one, now I will check, and if there is no single point whose incoming degree is 0, so in this case I am sure that there exists a cycle here. Like if you see here, there exists a cycle, right? If you start from any point, that you will always reach to that point because all the incoming degrees are 1, right? So in this case what I will do, that in this case I will basically iterate and I will check that even if there exists a source whose degree is 0, then add that value into Q. Now for this graph will not have a single case whose incoming degree is 0. Here all the degrees, or for all indexes the degree is greater than 0. So because there will not be any single element in the queue, so there is nothing to operate. So in this case we can say there is a cycle. Now check this case. So here if you see what is the incoming degree. So now here what are the edges? Edges is 0 to 1. So it means when I will, first of all I will set the incoming degree for all these at 0. So it will be 0, it will be 0, it will be 0, and it will be 0. Now the first edge is 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 it means there is incoming degree for this 1. So I'll increase the plus 1 incoming degree. Now another edge is 1 to 2. So it means there is incoming degree for this 2. It means I'll increase the plus 1. Now there is incoming degree from 0 to 2 to 0. So it means there is an incoming degree for this 0. And now there is an incoming degree from 3 to 0. So again there is an incoming degree for this 0. Right? So it means what is the child? Child is 0. So it means increase the incoming degree by plus 1. So now it will be 2. Right? And then for this 3 there is no incoming degree, so it will be 0. So it means for 0, for this graph we have 2 incoming degree, for this we have 1, for this 1, for this 0. Now I will iterate one by one on all the indexes incoming degree and I will check that if there exists a single point whose incoming degree is 0, it means put that value into the queue. So what I will do, I'll basically put that value into queue. So now here put that value means put that index into queue. Now if you see, what does it mean? It means that we have a single point here whose incoming degree is 0. It means there is no incoming to it. There is only outward to it. Here we have only outward from 3 to 0. Right? Now the point is, let's say if I remove this point here, because the point is from here there is no cycle, but it can happen that other points have the cycle. Right? Like this case, if you see here from 0 I have cycle, from 0, 1, 2 we have cycle. Now what I will do, I will remove this 3 and I will check that get me all the children of this 3, because now what my aim is, now my aim is that once I have get this one, now I will remove this node. And then I will check further. Right? So if I want to remove the node, then I need to know that which are the children of it, so that I can get from the adjacency list. So this thing will give me that which are the children of 3. So it will give me the children of 3 is 0. Right? So if children of 3 is 0, it means what I can do, how can I remove this node? So basically what I will do, I'll basically decrease the incoming degree. I'll basically decrease the incoming degree of this node to -1, right? Because if I am removing this node, it means one node is removing for this 0. It means one incoming degree is getting lesser. So in this case, now I will decrease the incoming degree of for this 0 to 1, right? And now I will check that if after removing, or if after decreasing by 1, if the incoming degree of this element is equals to 0, then add into Q, otherwise don't add into Q. Now if you see, because the incoming degree of 0 was earlier 2, so when we decrease by 1, now it is 1, it is not 0. So in this case, we will not add into Q. So now if you see that after removing 3, we don't have a single element in the Q. So if we don't have single element in the Q, it means now we don't have any element left whose incoming degree is 0. So if you see, after removing these 3, these nodes, these are all the elements have cycle here, right? So this is what we are doing. We are our base is the incoming degree, and through incoming degree we are checking that whether there is a cycle or not. So when we solved this graph, in this graph there was not even a single point whose incoming degree was 0. So at the starting, from the starting itself, we said that there is not a single point, so it means there exists a cycle. But for this case there was a point here whose incoming degree was 0. It means from this point we can't have cycle. So then we access this one, and then after that the point is from here we don't have cycle, but there is possibility that other point have cycle. So what I did, I said that whatever the point it is matching to, just remove the nodes. So to remove the nodes, then because if I am removing this node, it means I need to decrease the incoming degree of this 2 by -1. So this is why we decrease the -1, and after that we check that if the incoming degree of this is 1, is 0, then we are adding into Q. But because this wasn't 0, so after that my Q is empty. So it means if my Q is empty, so at last what we can have, so here I can have a variable visited nodes, and this visited nodes will be the element in the Q. So when we removed this here, my visited count was only 1. It means there is only one element it has visited till now, only 3. So at last I can check that if the visited count is not equal to the total nodes, it means there exists a cycle, right? Now let's do one more thing. Let's say if we have this case, in this case what will happen, what will be my tree? So it will be from 0 to 1. So now we don't have this one, so it means from 0 there is not a single outward node. It means for 0 it will be empty list, for 1 it will be 2, for 2 it will be 0, and for 3 it will be 0, right? And for in degree what will happen, for 0 we will have basically two in degrees, this one and this one, so it will be 2. For 1 there is no in degree, so it will be 0. For 2 there is 1 in degree, and for 3 we have 0 in degree, right? So what will happen, now I will traverse this in degree, and I will check that whichever values are 0, just add that value into the Q. So for here we have two values whose 0. So now first of all I can add this 1, and then I will add this 3, right? So it means two values are added into Q. Now it means till now we don't have any cycle, but let's check further. So remove 1. So when you are removing 1, now you are getting that give me all the children, or where it can go. So from 1 I can get from this list, from 1 I can go to 2, right? So I can go to 2. So it means now if I am going from here, so it means now I am removing this node. So if I am removing this node, it means I am decreasing the in degree of 2 is 0 by -1, so it will be 0. And now because it is 0, so now I will add into the Q, right? And here I have the visited nodes. So when I remove this 1, so I increase the visited node by 1, right? So because it has only one node, so we are done. Now because the Q is not empty, so again we will remove this element 3. So for 3, where it is going, for 3 it is going to 0. So it is going 0, it means I am removing this node 3 to 0. So if I am removing this node, it means decrease the degree of this one by 1. So it will be 1, and because this is 1, so I will not add into Q, right? So it means we are done with this one. And because we removed this 3, so it means the visited count is +1. So now it will be 2. Now still I have one more element here, so I will remove this 2, and I will increase the visited count to 3 by +1. Now when I remove this 2, so from 2 I can go to 0. So from 2 I can go to 0, and now it means from I am removing this node. So if I am removing this node, it means I am reducing the incoming edge for this one. So it means it will be -1, so it will be 0. And because this is 0, so I'll add into Q. Right? So now I'm done. Again I have the element. So when I remove this one, so I'll increase the by +1. Now for 0, there is no outward because it's empty list, so it means I'm done. So if you see here, the visited counts are equal to the total nodes. So it means there is no cycle. So if we have this case, it means there is no cycle. Right? Now let's take this case also so that we can get it better. Like here, what will be my incoming degree? For 0, there is no incoming degree, so it will be 0. For 1, there are 1 incoming degree. For 2, there is 1 incoming degree, and for 3, we have 2 incoming degree. Right? So as you can see, these are my incoming degree list here. Now first of all, what I'll do, I'll basically iterate the list, and I will iterate the map, and I will check that put all these value into the queue whose values are 0. So like for here, only this 0 index has the value 0. So it means from 0 there is no cycle. Now what will happen? Now we'll check the further. So now I'm removing this 0. So if I'm removing this 0, I will get all the children for this one. So I can get from here. So 4, 0, 1 and 3 are the children. So it means 4, 0 I don't have cycle. So I need to check further. So what I'm doing, I am basically removing this node. So if I'm removing this node, it means for 1 incoming degree will be less. So it means for this 1 incoming degree will be less, so it will be -1. Now it is 0. So because it is 0, I will add into the queue. So whenever the element is becoming 0, I am adding into queue. Now check for the 3. For the 3, I am removing this node. So if I am removing this node, earlier incoming edge was 2. Now it will be 1. So it means I will decrease by -1. So it will be 1. Now because this is 1, so I will not add into queue. Right? So it means I am done with the both element, and here I have the visited count. So when I removed this 0, I have added +1, so now it will be 1. Now I have one more element into queue, so I will remove this element 1 and I will increase to +1. Now for the 1, if you see, for the 1 which are the children, for the 1 we have 2. Now it means I am removing this node. So it means for this 2, 1 incoming edge will be less. So now it will be -1, so it will be 0. Now because this is 0, so I'll put the value here 2. Right? Now we are done. Now we'll remove this 2. So it means I'll increase the +1 here 3. And now for the 2, which are the neighbors? For the 2, this is the neighbor 3. So this is the neighbor. So now I'll check. So it means now I'm removing this node 2 to 3. So it means reduce the incoming edge by -1. So incoming degree by -1, it will be 0. So it means I will add into queue. So now we are done. And now again we have the element. So I'll remove the element here and I will increase the visited count to +1. Now if you see, for the 3 we don't have any neighbors, so it means we are done. So if you see, again the visited counts are equal to the total nodes. So it means we don't have cycle here. Right? So that is what we are doing. First of all, we are defining our graph. So how we can define the graph? Through the edges we can define the graph using adjacency list. Right? Now we are creating the incoming degree for every node. Incoming degree means how many nodes are incoming towards that particular index, right? And then we are updating the in degree. So this is the incoming degree. And once we have got the incoming degree for all the index, then I'm checking that if then create a queue, then add all these values into the queue whose incoming degree is 0. Right? So what is the point? The point is the elements whose incoming degree is 0, it means there is no cycle from that point at least. Right? So I am adding into the queue. Now what is happening? So it means for this element there is no cycle, but it can happen that for other points there can be cycle. So what I did, like you see this case, when we had this case from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to, from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 3, and then it was 3 to 0. So we started from here. So it means from here there is no cycle. But then we checked for this case. So because there was a cycle, so how did we check? We can only check that it means if I have checked this one, it means remove this edge. So removing the edge means decrease the incoming degree for this one by -1. So that is why we decrease the by -1, and after decreasing by -1 there was no element in here whose degree was 0. So that is why how we found out that we have cycle. Right? So one by one what we are doing, that I'm decreasing the incoming edge by -1, and whenever the incoming degree is 0, then I'm adding into queue. And one by one, I am basically removing the element from the queue and I'm checking, and I'm increasing this visited nodes. So at the last, if the visited nodes are equal to the total nodes in the graph, then I can say there is no cycle, and if there exists a cycle, then it will not be a same. Right? So this is what the logic is. Now let me show you the code so that you can get it better, that how it is happening. So here, like first of all, I am defining that how many nodes I have. So here I have 4 nodes, right? Now I'm initializing the graph here and I'm passing the nodes. So if you see, what are the important points we have? First of all, I am defining the graph as adjacency list. So that is why I have list of list. So adjacency list, I am defining list of list where each index is representing a list. It means each index will represent that how many children it has or how many neighbors to it can go. Now I have the hash map of the incoming degree. So for each incoming degree, it will basically define how many elements coming to it. So that is why it has the hash map where the key will be the index and value will be also integer. Now we have the visited nodes. So basically this will make sure that how many nodes we have visited. Then these are the total nodes, and then we are taking a queue so that we can keep on adding the values. So now we are initializing all the values. So first of all, I'm initializing this array list. This is a graph list. Then I'm initializing this hash map. Then I'm initializing this queue. Then I'm initializing this nodes, and at the starting my visited count will be 0, right? Now what is happening? I know that for adjacency list, for each index is representing a list. So first of all, because this is the initialization, so for default all the values will be for each index it will be a blank array list or blank list. So I'm defining a list for each index, and I'm putting the incoming degree for every value with the 0 at the starting, right? Now what I'm doing, so it means I have initialized the graph, and now I am adding edges one by one. So what happens that whenever you add any edge, so first of all you need to add that edge into the adjacency list. So what you are doing, we are doing that first of all get the A, means get the list for this particular source, and then add this B element into that list. So it means we have added this children. So we have added this children B into the list of A, right? So this is what we do. And here what we are doing, then here we are increasing the incoming degree of the children, because if we are going from 0 to 1, so because this is directed graph, so that if it is directed graph, that is why we added only in one direction. And now because B is a child, so that is why we are adding the incoming degree, or we are increasing the incoming degree by +1, right? Because this is a hash map, so we are saying that put the value on this key and by adding the +1. Right? So whenever you add any edge, whenever you are adding all the edges, so what we are doing, we are basically adding the incoming degree and we are adding into adjacency list. So it means now my graph is completely ready. I have added all the edges, I have the adjacency list, and I have the incoming degree. And now I will operate this check if graph has cycle. So now as we explained that first of all what I will do, first of all I will iterate on the incoming degree list, and I will check how many values have the 0 incoming degree and add that value into the queue, right? And because incoming degree is a map entries, so that is why I'm basically getting the entry set, and I'm saying for each entry check that if the value is 0, then add the key. So if the value is 0, add the get key, right? So it will basically add all these key into the queue whose incoming degree is 0. Now what I'm doing, now I'm saying that operate this until queue is not empty, right? So what can happen, like it was the third case. So for the third example, there was no single point, there was no index whose incoming degree was 0. So in this case it can directly check here and the visited count is 0, so it will directly say that it has a cycle. So when it has a cycle, if nodes are not equal to the visited nodes, and if we have visited all the nodes, so it means there is no cycle. So it means first of all what we will do, that if queue is not empty, then we'll increase the visited nodes. It means because first of all I will remove the first element. Now I will remove the element from here, and I will get all the children for this particular source. So once you have got all the children, then what I'm doing, then I'm basically for each children. Now once you have get all the children, now you want to remove the edges. So it means you want to remove the edges means you are decreasing the incoming degree of the children by -1. So this is why we are updating the incoming degree of the children by -1 here. And now you are saying that if the incoming degree of the children is 0 now, it means I can add into the queue. So 0 means now there is no cycle for this particular index. So it means I can add into the queue, right? So once I add the value into the queue, now what happens, then this is for the one source. Now again it will check that if queue is not empty, again it will operate, and at the last will check that if nodes are not equal to visited count. So it means there is a cycle exist in the graph, right? So this is how we can check that whether there is a cycle in the graph or not. And now if you see the time complexity in this case, so whenever we are adding any edges, so we are filling the adjacency list and we are filling the in degree, right? So it means if we have the E edges, it will be E. Now what we are doing, now one by one we are putting the, first of all we are checking that how many values are 0, and then we are one by one we are iterating all the nodes of this one. So it means what we are doing, if there are V nodes, if there are V vertices, so we are operating on the V, and if there are E edges, then we are operating on all the edges. So it means in this case my time complexity will be big O of V plus E, right? So that's all about this video. If you have any doubts, then please write in the comment section and I will try to explain that. And I will also put the source code into description section, so if you want, then you can also get it from there. So that's it, and if you have liked the video, then please like it and subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thank you.